like a person one football team.
Vernon Owls plays in like a whole different league. Like the Canadian football.
I'm Larry Ridley in Orlando. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Coming up, we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. The Falcons come into this challenge game knowing that they're in for a dogfight. And you can bet the coaching staff will be preaching all the buzzwords: intensity, effort, execution. They'll need them all and more if they want to get out of here with a W.
But Brady knows.
With that, let's get you over to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
On first down, Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
A really nice read by the offense. They caught the defense not covering the middle of the field, went to the post route, and found the receiver wide open for a nice gain.
Finding time. He's going to fire, and this will be caught at the 30. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Falcons are going to get a first. And now a first down following that long gain. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback and not just a productive.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 30 yards. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We'll start with the blitz. You know, they average 28, 6 yards on it.
They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They go back to Reddick. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 9 yards to go, it's 3rd down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. At the end of one, it's a close game. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone, these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A draw play is called because you think you've either found a gap or you're using the aggressiveness of the defensive line against itself. Not on that play. Totally controlled the middle of the field. Offense had nowhere to go with the ball.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. From the gun on third down, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
They played so well. They wasted 2 minutes in the first quarter, and they're down to 1 minute in the second.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Stafford on third down. And that is incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They snap it to Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. Brady now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the ball.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still first down.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So 3rd and 15, and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
False start, offense.
So a costly penalty, and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Here's Riddick. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the 4th-year punter from Appalachian State. That's Sam Martin on to kick. Back deep, Antonio Brown. This is taken at the 18. So we have reached halftime with my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year the Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. So after the INT, it's Brady. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll be first down Atlanta.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. On first down, Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver. And Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside with one of my college coaches.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Tom Brady, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Aguayo on for the PAT.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass.
And oh, it's blocked.
What? They blocked that quickly.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Stafford. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play. And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And he connects with Ebron. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
1st and 10. Stafford. Curley's got it. Complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down for 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, Stafford here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And caught by Curley. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Stafford. And able to find Curley. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Throwing again is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Third and long, it's Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting more people.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this defense looks for 1 more stop here on 3rd after the run. The handoff comes to Stewart. And he'll go down. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Brady going to look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Brady. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue.
13-0.